Okay, hello. Let's see how we go. I've done this a couple of times. So, day 1 of my 90-day juice cleanse. I want to share why I'm doing this and also how my day and my week and a half has been since deciding to do this. So, why am I doing this? I'm hoping that it will bring everything to the surface that I don't want to look at and that I've been avoiding. I had something huge happen to me over Easter on a personal, actually across all boards, and it was essentially this stripping away, this dissolving, this collapsing. And what it actually surfaced was this very, very deep wounding within me. And personally, I feel that it's actually touched into the deepest part of me that or a deepest wounding that I have actually feel like I have dealt with before. So at the time, majority of my support systems collapsed. So it brought up a lot. Essentially. And my pattern to, move through it was to, I was holding a lot at the time, plus I was holding big conversations and very, very great confrontation that felt huge for me, plus so great expansion. And so basically how it kind of happened was I was in this crossover. There was probably a 4-week period where I was supporting myself, holding, still trying to remain open and show up in love, plus also have these huge conversations, and these huge, confrontational experiences. Plus also starting new adventures in my life as well. So lots was unfolding during this 4 to 6 week period, I would say. The other piece that I also know to be true is that there is, when I clean myself, when I clean my body, when I clean my soul, when I clean myself, then, purity is available. And that will look different for each and every person. But this level of purity is available, and my body is my greatest instrument. I am my greatest instrument. Me as a human being expressing through this physical self is my greatest instrument. And that includes our physical, our mental, our emotional, our energetics, our soul, our heart's desires and passions, and our sex, having all of these things open and thriving and vital. So that's my intention, is to realign and recalibrate with my center, my soul, my heart, resolution, reunion, and radiance on the other side. So just seeing what I'm avoiding in terms of and the other thing that I also just want to add to this is what I believe is yes, this situation that occurred was horrible that I went through, and it's been the greatest catalyst for change, huge. And it's brought to the surface for me so many things that I didn't want to look at. And also, as I mentioned before, it's touched into, I don't know if I said, but I've got beetroot on my hands. It's touched into this deep core wounding within me. So this circumstance, I don't believe that this circumstance was the thing that brought up this wounding, or gave me this wounding. I believe it contributed to it, but I don't believe it was the thing. I believe the thing has come from something within me, personally, in my childhood, plus also something that has been passed down in my family line. So it's pretty big. The gravity of this is pretty big, and it's been dripping out slowly. So that probably happened. That was about maybe 10 weeks ago, I would say. Yeah, probably about 10 weeks ago. Just finger counting here. So anyway, hence the 90-day juice cleanse. So I've just been following what I've been drawn to. My regular tools haven't worked for me at this current point in time. So I'm like, okay, right, let's go outside. The other thing that I wanted to add in terms of so just, I guess, to condense all of that, it's to hit this deeper part within me, and even having already started and had, some iridology session and really seen what's actually in my body and what's being passed down into my body, I can really tell how much has been sitting in there. There's nervous system, there's adrenal stuff, there's been kidney stuff, and all of our organs in our body have emotions that collect in them, essentially, that are related to them. So I've been able, I know this. A lot of the stuff that I'm journeying through, I know already. It's just the embodied experience that I'm now having to feel my way through, because there's something that's in there that I'm not yet aware of that's stuck in there, essentially. So that's the why. In terms of what I've been experiencing already, probably a week and a half ago, I started getting kind of flu-like symptoms. As you can hear, they're still kind of there. I started getting flu-like symptoms that just kind of just lingered. It peaked, and then it's been lingering probably this past week, I would say. It correlates to stuff that's come up in terms of what's inside of me physically, also in terms of stuff that I've been moving through on an emotional level, which is a lot of grief, and just super fascinating how also all of this has been in my family lines as well. So that has been the week in the lead up. There was today. The other things that I've been noticing is my energy, the groundedness it's almost as if I can feel this part within me that goes, I don't want to anchor into my body because it's because it's not fully safe. And I know that this is a result of, what I experienced, but also other stuff as well. And I can energetically feel that as I'm doing things, as I'm, feeling this, it's this greater invitation to be with my body. And so I woke up this morning and I felt that, I felt really ungrounded, really almost anxiety. I would never say that I've experienced or remember experiencing anxiety. That's not me. I'm usually quite grounded, I feel. But just this undercurrent of anxiety. Which kind of made me feel a little bit kind of scattered, I guess you could say, all over the place. messy. Anyway, it's been really beautiful because I this morning went down to the beach and I just stayed with myself. I was just with myself. And, you know, when I'm in that state of anxiety, or when I was in that this morning, I felt just all over the place. It felt horrible. And it's like I couldn't think straight. There was also this kind of like this feeling of judgment, self-judgment that came with that as well. You know, I know all this stuff. Why can't I get it right? Why can't I do this? And it's almost like, hello. It's almost like it, hello. It's almost like it, I've lost my train of thought now. Anyway, that's what I was experiencing this morning, and I can feel this, that it's just inviting me so much more deeply into being fully here, fully present, fully in my body. You know, when I studied, hello. When I studied embodied flow yoga, their first rule, their first teaching was that the body is the vehicle for awakening. And hello. Yes. And it is, you know, we have to be in the body, we have to be here, present, grounded in our physical self if we are truly desiring our next expansion. And so I know that this is what it's been inviting me into. Lots of other little pieces, like just things occurring, like my juicer breaking for the first time. Noticing some anger as well, like I wouldn't say anger, probably more like irritation, which is anger, which I've had to just go into, just noticing all these bits and pieces. So just taking it slow today, and I can feel how this is inviting me into a greater grounding within myself, but also a greater level of, a greater softening and a greater level of organization. Because I need to be organized with these juices. I can tell you that now. So just a greater ground, like a reunion with my inner man and woman, you know, a greater refinement of them. So that's day one of my journey, and I don't know if I'll do these daily, but I'll definitely jump on when, anyway, we'll see how I go. That's day one, so see how we go.